Hello. Oh, I started up the game and I was just hearing this music and I'm like, frick, I'm not putting on my starting soon music. I'm just gonna play this because it's so good. Oh my god. Oh yeah, because I've got frickin' Discord open. It's trying to tell me, oh yes, put Discord in while you're in a VC with people. And it's like, I'm not in a VC. Oh my god, yes. I am just tweaking like one more setting because there we go. Yay. Oh my god, yes, yes. Okay, I am very excited for this game. This was a game I never thought I'd get the chance to play. So I think I remember watching a playthrough of Ace Attorney Investigations 2 when I was younger, but I don't actually remember much more than that. So honestly, I'm pretty hyped that it got remixed, or it got remastered and released on modern consoles. Okay, let's get started. Also, let me know if the audio is imbalanced in any way. I tried to adjust it like during the opening. Miles Edgeworth, maybe yes, or okay. Turnabout visitor. Also, I had the option to use the original pixel art. Yeah, I got an achievement for playing the game with the HD new ones. 1:16 a.m. Unknown location. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. Oh, is this Edgeworth? That may be true, but why? Why go this far? No, not Edgeworth, but it's Edgeworth's office. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. Oh. Bro, Edgeworth's gonna get framed again! Okay, so we're just showing the criminal. Yeah, I guess it is case one. You're a prodigy among prosecutors. Dude, you look like a frickin', like, uni tennis player. What was with that hairline? I know, right? I also just realized I didn't frickin' turn on my Twitch bot, because I'm an idiot. I need to frickin' get the nutty bot thing working well, and then I don't need to use my scuffed Twitch bot anymore. Yay, okay, it's online. Ooh. Nice! It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office, and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe. What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood? I've heard this song soundtrack before. Original Ace Attorney suspense. What the? What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Actual killer? Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Oh, cold Edgeworth, yes. Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. My name is Miles Edgeworth. and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. Oh yeah, we're the High Prosecutor. I forgot. That's literally been a thing after Ace Attorney 1. Ooh, court record! My badge! Proof of my profession. However, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. I've finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Gumshoe! Yes!
Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Are you okay, sir?
Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene.
When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away.
This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective with the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being.
You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt?
No, I'm perfectly fine. However...
Look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed.
I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office.
Well, sounds like you're really getting burned up over this whole thing.
This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it.
Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating.
Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Ooh. So this is like the court record, but it's just Edgeworth's brain. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you?
No, not really. Especially because of this.
The key to your office? What do you mean, sir?
If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Well, yeah, someone would have had to take the key. That is, if the lock wasn't broken. But it didn't seem broken, because Edgeworth would have noticed it. He just when it was unlocked.
Ooh. Logic?
Trust Detective Gumshoe to be confused by the word logic. By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic.
So, how do you use it?
It's freaking wild to hear these Gumshoe lines. First, I recall the information we've gathered with this button, and then I connect them together with the Y button. Why is it Xbox controls? Yeah! For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir.
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after?
You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir.
Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, If the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. My penalty system. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we?
Yes, sir. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir.
Yes, I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use the A button when I'm next to it.
Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use Y, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir.
Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Also, I'm just gonna do one thing real quick. Oh, there's auto-saving too, nice. I'm just gonna... I already freaking saved it. I'm just doing one thing. Sorry. I forgot to turn off the Steam thing, so it's not showing the right glyphs. Disable Steam input. Device not supported. Uh-oh. Well, let's see how it goes. Oh, it's working. Come on, show PlayStation 4. Yes! Okay, I'm happy. The blessed PlayStation glyphs, thank you very much. Okay, what's the gumshoe thing? Triangle. Gumshoe, what are your thoughts?
You cold, sir?
Notice. Is there anything you noticed that you'd like to share, Detective Gumshoe?
Just that I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigation's just gotten started, so I guess there's not much else to say. So, were you the one that found the body, Mr. Edgeworth?
Unfortunately. Upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked, and what awaited me inside was this whole messy affair.
Ouch, that's rough.
Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective. So,
sorry, sir.
I assume you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe.
Of course, sir. Examine anything and everything with X. By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. You can see the evidence we've collected with R1. For information,
Your information and leads, it's L1.
That's it. Great job, sir. Deductive reasonable is the way to go.
It's called deductive reasoning, Detective. Clear. Ah, yes. I feel bad for Gumshoe, but heck yeah. Present my badge!
Your prosecutor's badge is really shiny compared to my police badge. Oh, but, it's really cool, sir. Much, much cooler than my badge could ever be.
There's no need to suck up to me, Detective. Yes. I gotta present the badge to everything. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here.
I think I've seen one of these before.
Care to enlighten me as to where?
Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model. I think.
Detective, I don't really like guns.
I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir.
So it's a detective's gun.
I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it.
So it's the same type of revolver as ones used by this precinct's detectives. Also, yeah, again, I really don't know how my audio settings work. I obviously haven't streamed for a long time, and I've sort of found both work and personally that I'm not as loud as I used to be. So if I'm ever quiet or like my voice is cutting out at times, just let me know, so that I can just adjust like some sound settings. Do you have anything to report?
Sir, yes sir, nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes.
Gumshoe.
Talk about a contradiction.
Something out of the ordinary. I should look around a bit more. Well, I can see what they're looking at, but I'm a bit curious. Yes! Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm.
Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again?
Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai, along with the deluge of merchandise, and even a new stage show gives it presence.
You sure know a lot. Are you sure?
He is. He became both Phoenix and Edgeworth became fans after the frickin' what's it called? It's like this. It's the first Steel Samurai case. It's like the third case of the first game. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's is it Turnabout Samurai? No, yeah, it'd be Turnabout Samurai. That's what it'd be called. Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. The King of Prosecutors trophy.
Oh, it's your trophy. The, Knight of
King of Prosecutors. King of Prosecutors. And it is not a trophy. It's a shield.
They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right?
Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself.
That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime.
Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers?
The ones that come with a card attached every month like clockwork for you, yep.
Wendy Oldbag.
Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy.
It's saved after that. That makes me concerned. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns.
Wendy? Isn't that the name of the old lady with the whiny voice that stalked?
That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Ugh. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is delicate art. Well, the killer didn't touch that, he shot it. Well, never. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you.
It's so tidy, it looks...
It's so tidy. It looks newer than when I first bought it.
Oh, yeah. That thing's so polished it makes mirrors jealous.
Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective.
My job is to protect your office, sir.
And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it.
That's harsh, sir.
I have to admit the desk has never looked better. So I guess I can't dock his pay. The salary cutting. It's been spared. Gumshoe can still eat 2-minute noodles.
Ah, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir.
Yeah, that is a bit out of place. killer is going to pay. This tea set.
Yikes, you're really mad over this.
This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It cost more than your whole month's paycheck.
What? Now I feel like the killer wasted one of my monthly paychecks. Your files are all over the floor, sir.
They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and the killer.
And I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you're away. I mean, this is just rendered all the time an effort I put in pointless.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special.
Bane's coming in on weekends to work.
For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled.
Gumshoe, you should be doing another job on the weekends so you can upgrade yourself to 3-minute noodles. Does he have a life? They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, that's the gunshot wound. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area.
It looks like the bullet blast clean through his stomach area, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene.
Are you going to be okay with keeping track of all the evidence we find, sir?
Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
Alright, if you say so.
I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press R1 to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. What do we have here?
Hey, I think I've seen one of these before.
It's a police badge, detective.
Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinky-dink.
Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Well, I say this is pretty important.
I don't believe it. I packed those files on these shelves so tight that not even an earthquake could make them fall over. But just look at them.
Also, did they write Gumshoe? It looks like they wrote Gumshoe.
At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all.
A problem, to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Yeah, whoever it is trying to frame Gumshoe. Oh, it was the detective's own gun. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time?
Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see what have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster.
So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver.
As I always say, you gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use the R stick to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use L1 and R1 to zoom in and out to get the nitty gritty.
What's this insignia? Oh, we'll check how many bullets are present. Yeah, one's missing. It looks like only one round was fired from this. But that's suspicious because the killer shot our painting as well. So something else. So there was another gun involved. If 2 shots have been fired.
Wow, so the killer just killed the Vic with just 1 shot after wresting the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle the gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Sorry. We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to Mort. Jim! Ah, yeah, here's our killer. What? Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Just let me be. Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body! The body! Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him, Jim. Looks like he's just been turned in. Just looks like he's turned in for the night.
I'm sure. Just in a bloodstained suit, pal.
Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portsman. Prosecutor. Oh, no. He's French. I don't know how to do a French accent. Okay, you're not going to cancel me for a bad French accent, right? If people don't like it, tell me no, it's bad and I'll stop it. Why, yes, I'm Jacques Portsman. No, bro, don't make fun of me. Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here is my partner in crime, busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir.
So you're Miles Edgeworth? No! You've heard worse today, even. Oh, God. I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. That's a leap, and we also know it was you. So you're a pretty shit prosecutor if you can't even think of a good frame job. Zed, it was you. No, I'm doing fucking German, I just realized. No, I'm doing Franziska. What is French? That's the problem. I don't listen to French accents that often. Ah. Damn it, I've got no idea. I'll just botch this because he's the tutorial villain. He's Frank Sawit. He's gonna get frickin' killed off. I just do the spy from TF2. I've never played TF2. I don't know the spy. Wait, let me look up a stereotypical French accent. Wait, no, I know who I can do. I know what I can impression. Let me find a YouTube video. You might hear a little bit in the background. Anti-phrase Simpsons. Where is it? Where is it?
Little bee, but we birds in the trees seem to la 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 la, ooh la la. How much longer? Shad.
Arrive, tes jeux d'esclavage sont finis.
Okay, that was not a good stereotypical accent. They did not do stereotypical accents in that episode. Ho ho. Bon ami. Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim.
Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay?
I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them, and only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me.
Oh, Gumshoe, you're framing yourself.
Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means.
So it was you then. You're Jim's killer.
No way, pal. You've got it all wrong.
Everybody calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? Yeah, if only Gumshoe knew what logic was. he sort of put it together there for a second.
Wait a minute. I'm the only one who can have access to the office. And the killer had access to the office. I forgot what I was thinking about.
Mr. Portsman, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions?
Alright, I get the point.
Damn it, I'm trying to do Gumshoe. I can't quite get this guy down yet. Oui, bon ami. Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on, then. Then it's your room after all. Thank you, I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there, sir? Shakes hands with that guy. I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. Edgeworth unimpressed. I should probably give them some space. No, he's gonna find the frickin' written Gumshoe stuff.
Ouch, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games.
I had no idea you were interested in chess.
I'm actually pretty good at checkers. So I thought I'd give chess a try.
In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Also, wait, who was it? Oh, free games on Epic this week. Let me take a look, real quick. Firestone and Odd Sparks. Odd Sparks looks alright. Firestone looks a bit... looks a bit gotchery. I'll maybe download Odd Sparks, we'll see. Any other things I can... Oh, my couch! I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on the sofa.
That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has the time to spare, let alone rest.
You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end.
Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Oh, Gumshoe.
Ah, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor?
It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra-special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster.
It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here.
Huh? Like what?
I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. Okay, good, good, good. It was an obvious thing. It's not a leap. Good. There is a giant Yeah! There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us.
Really?
Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence, or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press triangle with conviction. Deduce! And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. Objection!
No!
I got a bit excited. Eureka! This bullet hole is the contradiction.
What do you mean, sir?
It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim, and the second felled this frame.
Hey, that's right.
However, the gun was only fired once,
Hey, that's true too.
which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight?
By the way, I noticed something, sir.
Yes.
What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame?
Ah, that. It's a secret safe.
A secret safe? Oh, I smell money.
I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way.
Roger that.
Oh, someone's broken into the safe. They dusted for the digits.
Achoo! Achoo! Talk about dusty.
I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So this is gonna prove that the person who tried to break into my safe probably stole Edgeworth's gun and shot the victim was a prosecutor.
So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session.
That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams.
I won't rest until I'm here. That line's gonna come up every time. It looks like someone dusted it for prints to figure out what the code was. Now this is odd.
You found something, sir?
This keypad, don't you find it to be a bit too clean?
Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself.
You there, the forensic scientist.
Yes, sir?
Could you please dust this area for fingerprints?
You got it, sir.
I couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. As I thought, it appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Nice. I believe I have figured out what the murderer was after.
Well, what is it, sir?
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Yeah, so they were maybe trying to steal some of the files, and they got surprised. So Buddy was stealing stuff. Maybe. We don't know at this stage. There is a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library.
Sure. Let's give that a try. Why, bon ami, why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help.
So this file goes here, and that book goes there.
You should know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal, okay? Done!
It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
The bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh.
I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And the guy... Oh, no! No, he wasn't. Because look where the bullet is. Either he had to be like right next to him pointing downwards while shooting, which doesn't make sense. Why would the killer do that? Unless we find some information to suggest that. What's much more likely is that he was sort of like conked over the head or something, and then shot when he was on the ground. But doesn't explain the bloody handprints. I'm not sure. And then he's written gumshoe behind him as well. Or more specifically, the killer did it. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
But you know I'm no good with blood, sir.
Then why are you a detective? A homicide detective. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. Oh yeah, it's these. This should be... Also, the books are maybe in the wrong spot. So what, were these actually up here at the time? So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim. For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred.
Then I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way.
The victim's handprints.
He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot.
There are prints on the floor too. Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor.
I put them all back just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing.
Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. It appears that the victim was in a standing position here after being shot.
Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it.
That would appear to be the logical conclusion. Oh wait, I meant to deduce, I forgot about that. I was just inspecting. this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Eureka! Oh no, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. This seems like the typical... the evidence contradicts the testimony. And it's like, uh-oh. I don't know what you mean, Mr. Wright. Penalty. Yeah. Oh no, I got it. Yes! Okay, good. I was right. My theory was right. My logic was correct. It was sound. Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. Oh, this is the objection theme for Edgeworth. Or the pursuit theme. Probably objection. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up.
But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
Why would he have been sitting or lying down? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
And that means
The books are in the wrong place. So someone must have rifled through the books already and then put them back incorrectly. It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption, and it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? The order of the files. I believe the order of the files is a bit off.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir.
Oh?
Yeah, you see how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird.
Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. Ah! So Edgeworth had them organized one way, and then Gumshoe was putting them in a different order when he was sorting and cleaning. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
But the numbers are all out of order.
Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out.
Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved?
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. And now I'll say the text. Yeah, Gumshoe. And we've lost OH. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim.
But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime. But why? The crime... Sorry. Now that the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder, time to give it another look. This.
What is that? Why does it say Gumshoe on there in blood?
Because they're framing you, Gumshoe. I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed.
No, wait. There's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir.
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation?
Is this what the killer was really after? Gumshoe's just freaking out. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude, and there must be some sort of flaw to his logic, waiting for me to dig out.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you going to do?
What I always do in court, I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir?
Might as well. Alright, first I listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer with R1 and present the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I simply use triangle, but that's old news.
But it's not like there's going to be a flaw in their testimony every time, right?
And we press. Yes! And this is the testimony soundtrack for the game. I can tell it's got that vibe. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and new or modified testimony.
I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during investigations, too.
Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. It's the little thing... Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's voice, and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic, and expose it with credible evidence. Rebuttal. Not really much I can do with that.
Hold it!
Hold it. Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intention was theft.
Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth?
It's a possibility. Ow. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle.
I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal.
Yeah, instant noodles. No, Gumshoe. Poor thing. What an evil prosecutor you were paired with. You were paired up with, and what a motive, no?
Hold it!
Gumshoe, please eat an apple, I swear. Please eat anything that isn't instant noodles, Gumshoe. And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. Oh. Okay. Good. One of the files was stolen by the culprit, so how would he have not noticed the letters if he stole the file?
Objection!
Yes! Objection! Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Bringing a bit of courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. If you have time to laugh, then you have time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible! What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection!
Oh, it's possible they could have taken the file before committing the murder. No, because how would the bloody letters have been written on the file that was taken? I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name, where the file should be is proof.
Yeah, I mean the S is gone, and there's only half an H.
If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as the detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Okay, wait. It's a minute before the pre-rolls disable, so we'll take a little bit of a ad break. Back in a sec. Actually, I need to freaking set up one thing. Yay! Okay, we'll be back in a sec. Hello, we're back. Oh my god, I made it both a silly and a fun decision. I decided to put the standing desk up. This is why the lighting on my face probably looks a little different. Yes.
Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message?
A forgery? Come on, Gumshoe. You've looked at a few cases like this at this point. It makes the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene.
That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir.
Also, wait, I should, I realized that I should actually get the water within my grasp as well. Makes it a little bit more dangerous, but it's fine. Sorry.
I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time.
Ow. Well, Mr. Portsman. Brilliant. Absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. Man, you win some and you lose some. That's how life goes.
Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive.
Ah, but you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however. There's the fact that only Gumshoe has the keys.
What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office?
That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal.
Why are you wearing a frickin' lab coat? You really are just like a broke college student, aren't you? That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? Yeah, I think he's meant to be a tennis player. Well, I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with the key to this office? Really? One other person. Hey, you there.
Yes, sir? What is it, sir?
Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't.
It's gonna be Maggie Bird, isn't it? No frickin' way. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Yeah. Why is it always Maggie Bird? I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Detective Gumshoe, sir.
Maggie.
Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see, and your point is... My point is that she could very easily have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building.
What?
If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room. She doesn't quite realize what she's being accused of here.
That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was...
Gumshoe! Gumshoe, have some faith in Edgeworth's logic. Can we take that as a confession, Detective?
Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was you, you'd have no problems with that, right?
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. girl is the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Master key. It is pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. I think it's more likely that Maggie had the key stolen. So you're saying she used the master key? Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. Okay, yeah, he's definitely a tennis player. I'm trying to figure out what the pun of his name is. I'm also freaking sitting down because I can't freaking stand up much longer. It's got to be a slow press with the standing desk. I gotta just like slowly get used to using it again. Jacques Portsman. There's always a pun with these things. Oh my god, the camera angle. Yeah. Why can the camera not angle down properly? Come on. Stupid camera. Oh, I was pushing the wrong part of it. There we go. Oh! Jacques Sportsman. He's a sportsman. He's an athlete. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. Do I have more profiles on him? No. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Sportsman to give me more details is to press him. Hey, my tutorial on pressing.
Hold it!
Hold it! Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Because it got stolen. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean, unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Yes. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say.
Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of...
Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered the master key. Yeah, there we go. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Okay, I love this. We've got these sorts of scenes, which is very good. It feels very Ace Attorney. I know it is an Ace Attorney game, but it's a side spin-off game, which means that it's not necessarily guaranteed to carry all the same, like, elements. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir. If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. Ha! A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it, and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, true. Whereas, like, with Phoenix, it's very much bluffing. It's all bluffing. What? This can't be relevant. No, it could very well be. It's integral to the defense's argument. What the fuck am I saying? And then it ends up actually being integral to the defense's department argument. That is always the Phoenix Wright thing. Every time he's pressing, no, Your Honor, I believe this is crucial information to hear. Then Phoenix's thoughts. Anything to find out what's happening here, anything to not get a guilty verdict right now. Something, anything. Mr. Wright, I can tell you're grasping at straws, and yet I can't discount what you've said. Great! And then Edgeworth. No, I want to hear what she says. This could be quite pertinent to the investigation. Ah, yes, Mr. Edgeworth, of course. Also, I missed that line.
Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Glad you
agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But, you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However, glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe, hey, good thinking, asking for my opinion on the matter. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence?
Hold it!
I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It was just a theory, one hypothesis among the many possibilities. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? Now, don't make that face, see? There goes the truth, running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. Ah, but we're in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? Mon ami. If so, then I hope you'll understand what I say. That since she is the only one who could have opened your office door.
Hold it!
Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else. I'll have you know I never make a spare. So what are you insinuating? Nothing. I guess I should have known better to suggest someone like you would. On top of which...
Hold it!
Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity among us prosecutors.
Really?
No, it's not a good thing, Gumshoe. It's gonna be like, thank God we don't have him.
Really? I never knew I was so talked about, sir.
We're holding our collective breaths, you know. For when you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force.
Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth?
Of course not. That's hogwash.
Phew, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there.
He was not very confident.
Hold it!
By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe. I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him, and just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence.
I would love to, but first we should listen a bit more and digest what he is saying, and press him for more information. Okay, I've pressed everything.
Objection!
No, I got that wrong. No, damn it. Well, I got that from the press. I don't think I'd do that. I don't think it'd be present the same bit of evidence on this statement. Hey Dragoon, welcome, welcome. How are you going today?
Objection!
Yeah, I didn't think so. Damn it. Also, I'm gonna do this for my own sanity here. Wait, no, can I not speed up the text? You didn't game for 2 days because you randomly woke up ill? Oh shit. Sort of just a... hopefully it's just a cold with, hopefully it's just a cold that you had, you know, easy enough cold to break after a few days. Learning the main quest for the new zombies map on Black Ops 7. Nice! Best of luck with it. I hope you're able to get it down. Oops. No, I didn't change anything good. Okay, I don't think you can speed it up. Playing solo like you did on the previous maps? Nice. Okay, what evidence do I have again? Like, there's so much evidence here, but... You have an idea? This boss fight feels easier than the boss in the previous map, just the ad's face keeps kicking your ass. Yeah, sure. Like, the original Ace Attorney trilogy, I sort of had an advantage, because I vaguely remembered enough of the plot that I could sort of just, like, go, do I remember what happened next? The save description says it. Yeah, see, that's my thought, but I don't know if that links into a statement yet. Like, maybe this... We'll give it a try. My only thought is that this is the press tutorial, and I got this evidence from pressing, whereas I didn't get the other evidence from pressing.
Objection!
Oh, you were right. Nice. Okay, so I didn't need to necessarily... I could have just presented. Nice. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth, after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Ugh. The ideas of zombies having, like, bosses and stuff as well to me. Yeah. Nah, the boss has a 7-town. Yeah, okay, so that's good then, at least. So you should be able to get through it soon enough with a bit of practice, at least. You just gotta sort of be able to deal with the multitasking aspect of the ads coming in. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Chew it on your metal there, buddy. You're watching the speedrun, so you're picking up the ideas for the boss fight. Yeah, that's always a good way if you're trying to, like, figure out something. Speedruns can be really great ways to find good optimal strategies to work with.
Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. Yeah, it was you, buddy. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses, why? What made you?
What's with the angry face all of a sudden?
Hello, fellow Team Australia member, Axington123. How goes you, Western Australian? It's a nice, cruisy 7:05 p.m. for you at the moment, I believe, in WA. Let me check that before I say too many more stupid things. Time right now. I'm pretty sure it's 2 hours this time of year. Yes, it is 7:05 for you in WA. Yes, what a nice evening. It's probably a bit warm in Perth, because it's sort of warmish here in Melbourne. It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. Ah, he's trying to say Jim was the thief. What did you say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes.
Then that means...
Yes, I know. I'd only just told him to. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Yeah, I saw. You got the 11:05 right the other day. So you're getting close. You nearly got the sub 11. I'm screwed with my level. I don't know if it's like public yet, what the teams are, right? Is it public? I haven't looked at Sharkwood for a bit. Ah, it's not public. Okay. Then I'll refrain from saying too much about what I'm doing. It will be soonish. Okay, cool. Because I've got to practice it at some point. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you, Miss Maggie Bird? Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit far, even in your risky profession.
What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder?
No matter what year it is I'm playing Ace Attorney. I don't think I've played any Ace Attorney in 2025. I think like 2025 was an Ace Attorney-less year. Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir.
Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office.
But he stole the key. And yeah, it's such a good franchise. I love Ace Attorney. I was saying to Aura the other day, and Pitt as well, that I feel like Ace Attorney is gonna get another game in the franchise soon. They've remade everything now. Everything in the main franchise, and even all the side games, have been ported to modern systems. So we're at the point now where their next step with the franchise is just to make a new game. Yeah, they have actually run out of things to remake. There is nothing left. There is one game left to remake, and it's a crossover with Professor Layton. And they're not going to remake that because it would need to be a collaborative remake between both studios. So they're going to make a new game at this point. I'm hoping that all the remakes has just been, like, all their remakes has been to sort of like drum up interest while they're also working on a new game and just haven't announced it yet. If they announce a new game, I will actually bum rush like games 4 through 6 so I can play Ace Attorney 7 on stream, like as it's I think like on the days it's coming out. Same with like World of Steam. I don't know, Professor Layton doesn't quite work well for a stream. It's like you sort of just sit and you contemplate the puzzles over time. It's not like a good stream game. It's something I would have so much fun with in my own time, and maybe I'd record it and splice together some funny moments. I don't know, we'll see when it all comes out. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. See no honor. Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out?
You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office.
But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run this show.
Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
But sir...
We have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear? Oh! Yeah, save the progress. Okay, as crazy as this sounds, I know it's been a pretty damn short stream, but It's already getting a little late, and I sort of actually need to get to work early in the morning. So I might actually have to end it here. We'll see. If on Saturday I still haven't like prepped all the touch detective routing, I'll just play more Ace Attorney. Otherwise, I'll do touch detective 100% and like more Ace Attorney maybe next Tuesday as well. We'll see. We'll see how things go out. I might do more Ace Attorney sooner, but again, we'll sort of see. I'm sorry to end it early, but yeah, I probably need to get to bed. Let me see if there's someone we can raid on Twitch.
30 minutes in boiling water.
Nope. Twitch auto playing stuff. Cool. uh, Not really anyone in particular I want to raid today, so I will just recommend that you will find your own streamers, and I will catch you all on Saturday. Bye bye, everyone.